So, what you been up to yesterday?
Nothing much really.
Wait, didn't you do your driving test yesterday?
Well, I did, but...
What? What happened?
Well, I could've...
Did you pass? Did you pass? Or fail?
Hang on, just let me tell you what happened. So what happened is, I went to the car with my driving tester. I opened the door, put on my seatbelt on, turned on the engine, made sure my headlights and my indicator work. And then my driving tester said, start driving. But before I started driving, I made sure I did my head checks and hit the accelerator before I started driving. And as I started driving, the first thing that I came across was a ramp. But before I got to the ramp, I slowed down smoothly and the driving tester told me to go straight. But before I went straight, I quickly looked to the left and quickly looked to the right and then went straight. As I left the roundabout, I put on my left blinker to let the driver know I'm leaving the roundabout. And afterwards, I had to sneak look down at the driver's tester's papers to check if I was going good. And it looks like I was getting the ticks. And then the driver tester said to change into the left lane. So I put my left blinker on, look at my mirrors and did my head check to the left and then changed. And then I came across in the intersection. But before I arrived at the intersection, I slowed it down. The driving tester told me to turn right. So I put my right blinker on and did my head check and turned it right. And as I was driving straight, the driving tester told me, I don't know, to do a reverse parallel parking here.
Yeah, just do a reverse park over here, nice and smooth.
So I switched the gear to reverse, did a quick head check, started reversing to the 45 degree, and I turned my wheel to the right, and as I was turning, I got an exact parallel to the curb, and I put my gear to park mode, put the handbrakes up, and turned it off the gas, and I realized I did the most perfect parallel parking I've ever done at first go. And a few moments later, everything seems going well. I felt like I was acing every part of the driving test, until some fucking idiot out of nowhere walks in front of my car. So I had to slow on the brakes quickly to slow down. He looks up to my window and asked me if I needed my window cleaned.
You know, you want your window clean?
And then I said, no thanks, I'm good. But he wouldn't leave, so he kept standing around in circles until he wanted to clean my window. So I decided to open my wallet and give him $20 to clean my window and made him shut up and leave. And after he finished cleaning my window, he left. And then my driving tester told me to head back to the driving center. So I then started driving to the driving center. And once I arrived at the driving center, I slowed it down, put my car into park mode and put the handbrake up and turn off the gas on. I waited for 20 minutes for my driving tester to count up the marks and the ticks on how well I did on the driving test. And then he said, I failed by 1 mark. And I said, how I failed? And then the driving tester said,
I'm gonna have to fail you. You know, it's nothing with your ability of driving or anything, it's just your door was open a bit, you know, like... What the fuck is this cunt doing? What a dickhead.
whoa, so let me get this right. You would have passed the test if you closed the door properly at the start of the test. Well, basically, wow, you're such a fucking idiot, bro. How do you fucking didn't close the door? Oh, fucking hell, man, you idiot. Well, I can always do it next time, which I'm doing. I'm going for my next PE's test in like in 2 months.
I'm a child.